Well, hello! This is my first video here on YouTube doing makeup. A few ground rules. If you don't like my humor, just leave now. Sometimes I get raunchy, I cuss, I get mad. I mean, I'm human. Second rule, there is no natural beauty when you use makeup. A lot of the things cosmetic companies don't want you to know is it gets in your pores and alters the pH level of your skin. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But, I mean, I used to have great skin, and now I just wear makeup all the time because it's better than my skin. All this red blotchy areas from bronzers, maybe I just have sensitive skin. Third rule, yes, I have janked up, nasty, bitch-ass teeth. Oh well. Anyway, hi. So, the first thing I like to do is I like to prime and moisturize, and I like to use Your Good Skin Balancing Skin. See that? You can get it at Walgreens. I'm a Walgreens whore, a Walmart whore. I love Sephora. I mean, really, who can afford Sephora all the time? So you just want to put it on this brush that I've got. And I'm not a brush whore either. I really just, if it gets the job done, creates a shape I like, everybody's all, wow, I love this Morphe brush. But it's like, yeah, well, whatever. Okay, get your neck, because that's where your waddle's going to come in when you're 50, and everybody's going to be like, ew. Okay, so now that you're done moisturizing, you want to do a primer. Lately, I've been using the Too Faced primer, the Cooling Primer with Fig. You can see that. So I just take a brush. I got a bunch of these online from China. They're nice and flat. Put enough on. You just want to start stroking it over your skin. And I'm sorry if my camera on my phone runs out, but it's shitty. Everything's shitty. It's all shitty. It's cost efficient, so that way you buy thousands of them. All fucking shit. And you just want to get that all over your skin. Oi! My skin's loving this. Look how red it got. Because it's thirsty. Kind of like the whores that rent from me. I mean, they're not whores. They're just, you know, always doing some chick or something. Hi, I'm gay. If you haven't noticed. Okay, now that I'm nice, primed, and moisturized, and busted, this video is all about creating a look. I don't use setting powder. A lot of people like setting powder. I think it's cakey, falls into my cracks, gets old, but I use a hell of a lot of setting spray. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to grab just, anything. I picked up this Milani. It's Concealed 2 and Perfect. Jeffree Star did it. So I was like, I'll try that. Like him, I'm just a bitch. I love, love, love a full coverage. And I know he uses the Beauty Blender and he swears by it. But I use both. I use the brush and the Beauty Blender. And I just go in, pulling it down. I don't pull it up, because my skin does weird things with the texture and stuff. Sorry if I'm a little stubbly, but I shaved this morning. And you're going to say, bitch, that's not your shade, but who the fuck cares? It covers my face, looks nice under everything. Believe it or not, I actually worked today, so this is going to be my second full face. But just for you YouTube viewers, I did not use foundation today at work. At my lovely restaurant in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I don't use that. Let's look at this. Oh yeah. It's a nice full coverage. Take just a regular Beauty Blender. Yes, it's got makeup on it. I'm not going to buy 5 new blenders for every day. So I'm just going to go in and tap it. We all know the rule. Tap, 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 tap. And I try not to put a lot of foundation on my nose because it just comes right off if you scratch your nose. And then you got this weird, like, hairy fingerprint. And who wants to have a hairy fingerprint in their shit? I'll cover that up later. I've got a great concealer. Again, my first video, and I'm really sorry. Oh yeah, look, it's nice and blended. We're gonna get rid of my lips, ready? I'm an alien. Catatonic. Catatonia. Yes, I do drag. No, is my makeup perfect? No, it's not perfect. Even when I tried to work at MAC for a month, and they got mad at me because I'm sorry, I didn't like the brushes. So I would just use random shit like an eyeshadow for concealer and stuff like that. And you're like, oh, you can't do that. Well, I did. I really did. So now that it's all even, it's glossy and even, I try not to put a lot on my forehead because I tend to break out there. I have a mixed combination skin. And it really just combos wherever the hell it wants. I do my eyebrows. So I've started using this Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil. You open it up, it's got a nice angled edge. There's a hair on it, whoops. And on the other side it's got a spoolie. So I really just go in, if you can see this, just go in. I start here, and I go underneath and just draw it in. Then I go on the top and just fill in the shape. I draw a line up to the point, and down. People like, you have Sharpie eyebrows. I'm like, no, I just like the shape. Not a fucking Sharpie eyebrow. I'll show you a Sharpie eyebrow. All the goth kids I went to school with, fucking Sharpie eyebrows. Chalk paint and eyeshadow like Crayola gangbang their face. Just follow that shape up into there. See, the spoolie will really take care of this and soften it all. And people are like, oh, you gotta have it perfect. You gotta have it perfect. Bitch, whose eyebrows are perfect? Nobody's. And see, you can kind of see the shape there. So I'm gonna cap that. Okay, with the spoolie they provided, I'm just going to go through. I'm going to drag the product up, and then through. Up and through. Never touching that top line, because you don't want to eliminate the top shape. Yes, your arch is important, but the other thing that's really important is the arch above yourself. And see, look. What a nice shape. Woof. I always follow that, especially if I fill it in with powder. I'm going to use... Oh, it's starting to sweat in here. It's hot in New Mexico today, 90. Yes, I've used it, but it's got this double-ended clear brow. I love e.l.f. It's affordable. It gets the job done. It holds my shit in place. I have to tweeze and wax these every week. And if I don't, I end up looking like Frida Kahlo. And you're just going to follow it through. And this is going to smooth out that shape. Doesn't look like much right now. But it will. Okay. Now that I've got that gel on, it goes on easy peasy. I take a nice angle brush. And like I said, I don't care what I use. I think this is e.l.f. I got it at Christmas time. It was $9 for the whole set. I'm going to go in with my... This is the one. With this pretty Too Faced pink palette. It's backwards, but you got it. Looks like a jewelry box. Open it up. Surprise. It's makeup. And so I'm just going to kind of swatch what I'll use on my brow. It's this color like, oh, that's rich. See? All these nice pans. Oh, that's rich. Highly pigmented. Let's just swatch it for you. Looks black, is a dark mink brown. So I'm going to barely dip it. I'm going to tap it. And then underneath everything, I'm going to pull this color through. Yes, it's still wet, all that brow gel. But I'm just going to fill in my desired shape, paying attention to those top points. Okay? Some people like an ombre effect. I don't. When you get too much product because it's all wet, go ahead and just open up the end of that Wet n Wild and use the spoolie. If you get too much on the top, drag down. Get too much on the bottom, drag up. And then over. And over. And you can just wipe your corners. Because we can always cover everything with concealer. Make sure I get that point down. Now, everybody wants a perfect eyebrow, but really? This is my first YouTube video with you girls, so those of you joining me now, hello my lovely bitchin' creatures. We're all beautiful creatures. They say, well, how do you wear makeup in New Mexico? Well, I just do it. And if they don't like it, they don't have to look at it. But it makes me feel better. I was a dancer, an actor, not a very good actor, and definitely nothing you've seen, but I was a ballerina. So you'll see me from time to time use a lot of Ben Nye, and I love Ben Nye. Okay, so for the most part, beautiful arches, beautiful arches. Yes, they're a little woofy, but I'm a boy. I'm a boy. I am a boy. I'm not a Barbie. I'm never going to look like a Barbie. I'm a Middle Eastern Jew. I'm going to look like one. So, what's next, you may ask? We're just going to go through and we're going to start creating an eye look. I'll just do one eye. You can kind of get the idea. I like to take a flat eyebrow. Just a nice little, see that big chunky angle? I think these were cheap from like Family Dollar. Again, yes, I know I'm not using amazing products, but it's cheap and I like it. So I'm going to go in with another Too Faced product. You're all familiar with this. It smells like peaches, like jam. And I'm going to go, yes, I'm doing this before my concealer. So Too Faced, peach, concealer. We're going to go in with this color right here. I think on the back it's called Peach Bum. I don't know what a peach bum is, but you're going to tap it. And I just like to fill in my eyelid. And bitch can't see what she's doing. I know, I cuss a lot. And for those of you joining me, I am really, really sorry. But my mom was a bartender. I was popular in high school. We cussed, we drank, we went to parties. You know, did all those nasty things teenagers do. So you're just going to run this fat, chunky angle brush right over and up. See it? And then you're going to take a chunky buffer. Chunky, it's got nice fat handles. And I have arthritis. And you're just going to follow it. Follow it right through. And see, what's nice about Too Faced is as long as you've primed and put on some type of something, it buffs itself right out. Yes. Yes, queen. See, look at that. Oh, I love that. So I do things backwards because I like the way they look better. So then I take my chunky buffer that I just did, and your blender can always have extra white on it as long as you clean them every once in a while. And I go right on top with this color. It's called Love Pit. Sounds like some raunchy S&M from England. Love Pit. I love pits. Ooh, I love pits. They need to come up with different names for some of these things, but, you know, whatever. I just run that right up and soften my brow bone. Can you see the difference? Getting some definition. So, at this point, I like to take my chunky angle. That chunky angle. And I go right over the top with a big dark color. And this one's called Parisian Peach. You would think if it's a Parisian peach, it'd be nice and soft, but I guess Parisian peaches are dark in the inside, very dark. And I just tap it lightly on the edge. And right over that ridge, you can kind of see it. Chunky blender in a circle, slow circular motions, Because remember, you've got all that primer and stuff. And it's really going to hold the colors. Ooh, I love that. And you just follow it all the way through. And then again, that transition shade really helps blend it all out. Now, I also work at Wally World. I can't say the real name because, I mean, I might get sued. Working for Wally World is like working for Disney. They don't give a fuck. If you say their name, they want endorsements. They want money. So, I wear makeup. Yesterday I wore a big red lip, like the square when you go to do a video. Hell yeah, big red lip. And this girl ran into me with her shopping cart, hit me in the leg and said, "Oh my god, I was just looking at you on Facebook." Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So now that we've got one eye done, I noticed, I told you I use Benai. It's a wet dry Benai. It is a cake eyeliner in black. Ballerinas love it. It doesn't really run. I usually run it in the sink, but who's afraid of their own saliva? Nobody. And I'm just going to run that on my lash line. Now, it can get bold, it can get as crazy as you want. This is a product, and they're a little more expensive, but they last forever. And, as far as I know, I mean, I'm sure they have an expiration date because of the FDA, but it's fine with me. And it lasts forever. And I use a little tiny paintbrush. It's not even a makeup brush. And they're all, how? And oh, look at that fallout right there. Watch this. Watch. Concealer brush. Sponge. Ta-da. But I can get, they're like, how do you have perfect liner? And I'm like, let me tell you. And they're like, you use stage makeup? They're like, that's too fancy for me. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, you're basic. Like, I'm really not that rude in public, but I'm like, I'm sorry, you're basic. Like I said, I'm only going to do one eye, so that way you're not watching me forever, but I'm going to run this up and over through my arch and really pull it out. Now, this is the eyebrow that's the sister. This is like the ugly stepsister. Then you're going to take your spoolie, and since it's still wet, you're just going to run it through. Oh! Love it. A lot of you may be saying, well, why aren't you doing your bottom lash line? I have oily skin right there. It's very oily. And that's one of the reasons why I don't use powder. Look at that line. A little more. Because it dries it out, makes it look like shit. But I'm sorry. If you put on makeup to look like shit, then I got issues, you got them too. Okay, almost done with the liner. And I just follow it right to the edge. Oh, look, there's more fallout. Oh, you know why? Oh well. Buff it, buff it, buff it. Okay. So now I've got that done. Pretty and Rich has some amazing colors. And you're just going to take your angle brush. And let's just don't care at all. Care it all. Don't care at all. We can swatch that for you. See, it doesn't look like it has a lot of pigment, but there it is. But it actually really does, especially if you put it on your lower lash line. Right here. It's definitely just a shimmer topper. It gives everything definition on that eyelid. See? I promise next video I'll have better lighting, but I'm a broke-ass bitch. I give all my money to my husband. We pay our bills. I couldn't even get a wet dry lip yesterday. They were like, sorry, your card declined. Okay. Now that that's done, you see? How lovely is that? If you wanted a stronger wing, I usually do not like a strong wing. Just because everybody here wears them. Just double up on the color. Just double right there up on the color. And then draw your upside down triangle. When I'm in drag, they compare me to Joan Crawford. It's not really fair. I love vodka, but I don't beat my children. And I don't wear expensive evening gowns to hack up a bush. Okay. So, Kat Von D. Yes, there's a lot of issues. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. On again, off again. This is a fetish palette. I've also got the eyelash palette, but I freaking love all of this stitch work. My grandma used to make pillowcases and put our names on it. So there's all these lovely pry. So I'm going to take a nice angled contour brush. And this is from e.l.f. Oh, sorry. LA Colors. Again. And I'm just going to dip it right in here. This color is called Salem. You see that? Doesn't look like much, but when you get it on the cheek, see, look at that. It's just like this like bewitching color. And so you're like, well, that's powdery. Yeah, but I don't use a setting powder. I don't bake, even when I'm in drag. I just don't bake it. Okay, right through here. So let's just focus on this side of the face. You'll get it. And then I take this one that I got from the Sephora collection. They look like moon phases. And the one I'm going to use to deepen my contour with this beautiful YSL brush that my mom got me because she works at a thrift store and she's beautiful. You can kind of see this color as like a gold. It's a gold. Okay. I'm just going to deepen that. And this is good because it blends and it contours. You can see it. I will have better lighting, I promise. I must have better lighting. Because this lighting sucks. Makes me look like the Crypt Keeper. Okay. So now what I do, that's like half my face right there. But I go in with an e.l.f. color Sunkissed bronzer. Comes in this cute little compact. And you can kind of see it. It's like a shimmer. So I take this brush again from YSL and go right over the tops. I get my nose. They're like, well, that's a powder. I'm like, yeah, but I don't use setting powder. And go down here. If I do the other side, I do there and there and there. It gives me this nice golden hue. I know, this is going to be like the worst makeup tutorial, but the next thing I will do is my highlighter, and I've got this Rihanna Fenty. I love Rihanna. Look at that color. It's in the colors, oh, it's Kilowatt Foil. One side is Poolside, this is Poolside, and this is 7-Day Weekend. And I love Poolside. So we're going to take that contour brush. I'm going to bring it right down the nose. Look at that. We're going to look like a frickin' alien. Look at that. And this is a buildable color. You can totally build it. And I always get my chin. And like Jeffree Star says, get the Cupid's bow. And trust me, it gives this like purple sheen. Can you see it? Beautiful purple sheen. So that's one half of my face. You can know. Yes. And then I go and do my lip. So, a lot of people like liner. Yes, I'll use liner if I have to, but I just got this color. It's called Powder Puff Lippy by NYX. Again, those of you just trying to join and scrolling through to try to find something useful in my video because it's all a bunch of nonsensical bullshit that you've seen in every other video. It's a powder puff. I love drugstore makeup. And you just squeeze it and put it right on. So you can see it's a nice mundane color. And then I follow it up with this Mega Lash Shimmer Crayon that I think I got at Halloween, and that's nasty, but it's went wild and I love it. It's called Unicorn Tears. And then if I wanted definition, if I wanted some definition, I will definitely go in. I use different colors. It really doesn't matter to me, but I want a thicker lip. It's got that lipstick taste. Hey girl, I used to love Avon, and I love lipstick. So that's a purple. And I rub. I'm the worst makeup artist in the world. They're like, no, you pat it dry. No, bitch, I rub it. I fucking just go for it. Your lips know what shape they are, unless if you're really trying to be a... They know what shape they are. So I just rub that product right on. And then to get it just a little bit deeper, I go in with the brown. And there's the look. So I've got a nice defined eyebrow. In public, they're killer. I mean, they're a little thick, but it matches my face. Busted mug. So you can definitely see the bronzer here, where I just used the bronzer on the contour. And then you can definitely see all of the Rihanna Fenty Beauty. And I used Poolside and on my Cupid's bow. So I followed up with a setting spray. This is Milani Make It Dewy. I need to get some more. My credit card declined because I buy a lot. And I'm not going to be afraid to admit that I buy a lot and that it declined. But I just go right over the top. And then the final touch. It's like, where is it? I hide things for myself. I go in with Better Than Sex. And you can see how much I use it. I use it every day. This is a buildable mascara. No, I don't wear fakes. I hate them. All my life. Maybe for costumes. Not for drag. I want it to look like you're kissing a clown. And I just go right over the top and I buff it out. Sometimes it gets a little chunky and crazy. But... And there's my eye. Bam! Hi, how are ya? Oh, closing, you can definitely see that shape I did. So you just go right above the buff. And if it does get too chunky, don't use those stupid little combs. You see these things? These are fucking worthless. You get a hair comb. Just a regular old hair comb. See? And this one's even better, look. You just comb it out. There's that lip. So, you can definitely see the Poolside and everything. Then I would finish with my hair. Well, it's been lovely, and the next time you see me, I'll probably have all of my Barbies on the wall. I'm a middle-aged man who plays with Barbies. Janked up teeth and a bitchin' eyebrow. So, I love you. This is just a review, and remember, stay fabulous, all my creatures. And I really want you to know I'm doing this because I'm bored as fuck out here. And there's nothing really to do out here, and I work all the time. So, am I going to get famous? Probably not. Do I love it? Oh my god, I love makeup. So, as always, keep it bitchin'.